All right, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in internet world. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. Um, so yeah, I wanted to do another update because I think this is important, right? I think it's important right now to um, to talk about this because it's exciting. Yeah, it's exciting um, day by day. So, I mean, the last time I checked Etherscan, it was, you know, and this was just a few days ago. It was at it was at 1,000 and then 1,400, and then it seemed like overnight, right? It seemed like overnight because I just checked it yesterday, and now we're over 2,000, right? So, I mean, between the past couple of announcements, so maybe it was the L Bank. You see what I'm saying? Maybe it was the L Bank exchange, because, like I said, these are notable exchanges, as well as the point of, as well as the point of um, the fact that the KBC, right? The KBC was also on L Bank, right? And L Bank is one of the is a that's a top exchange, right? The L Bank is a top exchange, right? Ain't no joke. So I believe that with the announcement of the L Bank, and you know, and remember, it's on a lot of people's watch lists, right? According to Coin Market Cap, it's 26,000, 26 now. So it's over 26,000. It's on 26,000 watch lists, right? So people are watching this thing. So as the updates continue, right, and certain things are being seen, like for example, the 800,000 coins being burned, right? That was like 11 days ago. So, and remember the formula, right? You got to remember the formula of as to how coins are being burned. It said, if the token, if the price of the token is less than 10% on the from the CTP price, which is in the Minebase back office, right, or the Minebase page or platform on the Minebase platform. If it's below what, if the price on the exchange is below 10%, then um, it's gonna go 0.0025% of the coins are gonna be burned. Now, if you look at the price on the exchange, it's well below 10%. So it's a lot of 10%. You see what I'm saying? So if you look at it like that, so every 10%, it's that percentage, the 0.002% of the coins are being burned. Then if you look at the price point, that so even the price of the coin is not, it doesn't really matter, really. I mean, the price being low, I mean, it does matter if you understand the project, if you are about wealth, if you're about wealth building long term, then it matters in that sense, because you want to accumulate as much as possible, right? Because 800,000 is nothing to sneeze at. So, we're talking about within 60 days, almost a million coins or a million tokens uh, off the market, right? So we're dealing with a deflationary system, right? So if this keeps up, the price is not going to stay in the cent region, right? It's not going to stay below a dollar or below the CT price for long, right? It's not going to happen. So you know, uh, first and foremost, I just want to say good morning, everyone. You know, just want to say, if anyone wants to give a shout out from where they're from, you could do that. Um, Also, don't forget to hit the like button, separate yourself from the trolls. by hitting the like button. If this is your first time, please subscribe. This channel is going to be keeping up with the MBASE token, because this is the transition from, the carrot bars opportunity for those who, who had the KBC, right? And we know that, carrot bars is in transition in terms of settling, right? And they've created this new system, a new wave for the holders of the KBC to um, make a profit. Matter of fact, they actually say that, right? They say that that's actually in the white paper, right? So this is why it's beneficial to be a part of the project from the very beginning, right? So, but if the project is sound, right? If the idea is a sound idea, then it doesn't matter who has what, right? Because there's plenty of opportunity for people to benefit, right? There's plenty of opportunity for people to benefit, just like with Bitcoin, just like with Ethereum, etc. Right? So, because we're here early, a lot of people would want to discourage us and discourage the project and say, they want to continuously say it's a scam, right? Big up to John Walsh, who's cyber stalking me. John Walsh is a part of, he's all on my feed. Like, he's a major troll. He follows little old me. He's one of the writers of, or probably the founder of that site. I don't even know what it's called, right? But it tries to expose scams and things like that. And he tried to expose the Minebase scam. He actually ended up making it. It was like one big advertisement for it, right? It ended up being one big advert, because all the things he was saying was taken directly from the white paper. So if anybody wanted to verify what what they were saying, does anybody know the name or the title? Because it's it's so insignificant at this point. Maybe it just left my mind, right? But I guess, yeah, who cares? But yeah, but we went through. He was posting carrot bars and KBC, and he was putting it on his site, and we were getting flagged left, right, and center. So the KBC was being blocked by the regulators. But as you can see, ever since the Minebase token came out, right, there's no regulatory restrictions being attached to it on CoinMarketCap, whereby the KBC was on CoinMarketCap, but it had a flag next to it to saying that, oh, it's restricted at this place or that place, like South Africa and these weird regions, right? And because of that, it was stunting the growth of the project, right? And okay, we experienced that, but now here we are. The project launched in August, right? And we're in October, right? We're in October now, and there has been no flags, right? No flags. And one of the reasons why it's no flags is because it's a 100% crypto project, and it's even stated in the white paper that it's a payment token for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the token is in aid or in support of the crypto network, right? And I believe that the MBASE token will provide stability for the crypto network. Like I said before in my previous video, right? That we are the first of its kind, and I believe that there's going to be more projects that's going to follow suit because this model that is taking place is is going to be more favorable um, in the future, right? Whereby it's, you know, the deflationary aspect, stability, and uh, the longevity of prosperity and wealth, right? Um, I don't believe that we will experience the types of dips and falls that Bitcoin will have once we start going up to those levels. You know, once we reach 60,000, I don't believe that we are going to drop to like a 10,000 or $20,000 price point range, right? Um, because of how the system is, right? So, meaning the higher the price point from the CTP, then the longer it takes to generate a token, right? Um, you know, it's going to take a long time. So it's not like, you know, it's not like Bitcoin or these other cryptocurrencies where the more energy you're using, the more energy you put in, you know, then you get a coin. You could get a token or a coin like Ethereum or Bitcoin within a couple of days, right? But you've got to use up a lot of energy, and that energy may not necessarily be good for the environment, right? So that's something to consider. Whereas this token is being created from the crypto network itself. So that's something to that's a major factor to consider that separates us from it separates us from the rest of the crypto network. And in the future, like I said, I see other projects mimicking this one, right? So yeah, it's good to be first in that regard. Now, like I said, for there to be 2,000 new holders, according to Etherscan, um, it validates and verifies what I was saying earlier, that once we reach 1,000, it's gonna start snowballing. It's gonna be like a snowball effect, right? Because look how long it took to get to 1,000. If you look back at, you know, my previous videos, you know, it took weeks and weeks, right? It took relatively speaking, it took a long time to get to 1,000. But I told you guys, once we reach 1,000, right, the next 1,000 is going to be quicker. It didn't take long from the time period, and you could probably go through my catalog because I do log these events. If you go through my catalog, and I have a heading that says 1,000, you know, we've reached over 1,000 new holders, right? So if you go from that video to today, where I'm marking these events, you will see that what I'm saying is true. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So the more we, you know, once we reach the next 1,000 is going to be quicker. So like I said, we're at 2,200, right? So I would say by November it will be another 1,000. You know, by the time we reach November, we'll be at 3,000. So we're going to be, you know what I mean? So we're going to be reaching like, and once we get to a certain number, it's just going to, the speed of new holders is just going to be, you know, it's just going to be rapid. Yeah, it's just going to be rapid. So, yeah, so it's going to start off small, and then it's going to grow, and then once people start reading and once those holders start educating themselves and telling others. So we're not even talking about the people who are already in the system. We're talking about people outside of the system. So once these people start telling other people, right? Now you got people on the outside. See, these are the people who are going to be having the coin on the exchange, right? So right now it's 2,000 people on the exchange going back and forth. So the Etherscan is something to look out for. So when the Etherscan level reaches the Minebase, the MBASE, the system level, right? Oh mercy, that's when we're really gonna see the price point or the price of the coin really take off. So it's good that we see what's on the inside, or that we know what's happening on the inside versus the outside, because then we could take note as to when we can see, or you can, project. You could use your own projections, because this isn't financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but when you take that into consideration and you do your own projections, it's it's a no-brainer that the token is going to start to elevate and then stabilize. So so the fact that the token is at a price point of what, maybe 50 cents, between 50, I mean the highest it's been is 90 cents, right? So the fact that it's between 50 and 90 cents, hey, that's good. That's good. I'll take it. Knowing, I look at it like this: it's extremely undervalued, right? Extremely undervalued, because at any given time, it could shoot up. The value could shoot up just like the amount of new holders sprung up, right? The amount of new people acquiring the coin from the exchanges has shot up. And when Albank, and watch this, listen to this, Albank hasn't even launched yet. It hasn't even been on Albank yet, and we're steadily increasing. So that's the thing. Every exchange that we get on is going to have new users, new people, because the exchange itself has people on it, has new people on it. So it has a lot of users, right? So those people who are already utilizing BitForex, when they get notified of a new token, they're watching that token too. They're gonna start watching that token and watching the play, watching the game, and when they see, and when they see certain things going on, they're gonna say, hey, what's that? Oh, what's that token there? What's that token there? And then they're gonna be like, let me get some of that. Let me buy some of this now. Or, they may do their own little research and say, let me get a piece. It's something to consider, man. It's something to look at. So yeah, we're growing. The progress is looking wonderful. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm cool. I'm calm. I'm collected. The project is moving forward. So, other than that, hey, I'm just gonna keep doing what it does. Also, yeah, another thing about John Walsh, right? Just his last thing, right? He likes to see. This is the thing about trolls, right? They like to throw things out there. Oh, you said it's 700,000. The math don't add up. That. But hey, and this is the thing about trolls, right? Because they throw things out there, hoping that you will, or somebody like me will explain it to them. Don't fall into the trap, right? Don't fall into the trap, because John Walsh, he's a smart guy, right? He's a smart guy, and don't let people fool you, man. Right? Don't let people fool you. Don't let people bait you into telling them what the project is about. right? Or they try to say, oh, the math don't add up, or when we know, right? Those who are involved, we know what the deal is. We could read, right? We could read, and you also read between the lines. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be her explaining everything, cause I know, cause I could read, right? I'm not gonna be explaining everything in detail, and my audience, uh, and another reason why I don't do that, because I know that the audience that I have are intelligent people, right? If you're watching this channel is just for the intelligent people, the people who read, the people who like to read, the people who do the research. If you are not a person who does their own research and they don't like to read, and you want everything spoon fed to you, this is not the channel for you. This is not the channel for you, right? This is for people who do their own research, right? They understand what's going on. They take the time, okay, and they move on, and they do what they gotta do. They don't listen to all the background noises of the John Walshes of the world, right? Who just want to take shortcuts because he's so busy, right? John Walsh is so busy. Oh, behind MLM. Look, the name just popped in. See, I was conjuring his name. So because I kept saying his name, what he does came to me through the spiritual fear. Behind MLM is what he does, right? So because he's so busy trying to bring down other businesses, right? And his thing is he's trying to get you to get, or invest in whatever he's doing, right? That's his shtick. So his shtick is calling out people who are scamming, or you know what I mean, or calling out companies who he feels is scamming people. That's his opinion, right? And then he guides you into what it is that he's doing at the end of his stuff, right? Cool. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. I'm just exposing him, because when you're trolling, right, you don't have time to do deep dives. So when he's saying things like, oh, he's trying to be all smart and quirky, right? Oh, well, this don't make sense, and da 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 da. Oh, that's why it's a scam. Well, okay, that's your opinion, but what you've done is that you've just exposed yourself, John Walsh, as someone who doesn't really do a deep dive. You don't really study these projects. You expect people who are touting the project to feed you all the information, and guess what? Sometimes that's not even the right information, because they're giving their interpretation. You see what I'm saying? I don't like to give my interpretation of what it is. I say what it is according to the white paper, and then I leave it up to you as the viewer, right? You as the viewer can interpret it how you like. Because yes, I do have my own interpretations as well, right? I have my own projections, or I wouldn't even say interpretations, projections, right? But guess what? You can never say that I did not quote from the company or the white paper, because that's where all the information is, or from an announcement. So when an announcement comes up, I speak on it. You see what I'm saying? And I speak to exactly what it is that they say. That's it. And I keep it right there. What John Walsh does is that he gives his interpretation, because he has a business behind MLM. You see what I'm saying? His business is behind MLM. All right, cool. My business is promoting opportunities that could potentially build wealth. More specifically within the crypto field, right? Because that's where everything is going. The future is crypto, blockchain. That's the future. At first, I thought it was, at first I thought it was good, right? But then when Bitcoin and cryptocurrency came on the scene, I wanted to be a part of it, and I couldn't. I couldn't be a part of it because of my jurisdiction. And let me tell you something. If I was able to get the Ethereum, I remember. This is my story. I remember when Ethereum was like $1. I remember when Litecoin was 50 cents. I remember when Dash was under $1. I remember all the Bitcoin Cash, etc. And I wanted to acquire all these coins. Even Bitcoin. I remember when Bitcoin was like under $100. I remember Bitcoin was $10 and I wanted to get some Bitcoin. I wanted to get Bitcoin at $100 and I couldn't because of my jurisdiction. And I didn't know anybody who was even doing it. You see what I'm saying? So that I could go through them. I didn't know anybody. Now I have the opportunity to get involved with the project, and I'm at the very bottom or at the very beginning. I'm at the floor level, as they say, with a very promising Bitcoin Ethereum hybrid, if you will. And I'm at the floor level of it. So, and with this project, to me, I feel that it is going to do well. And, I wish everybody the best that's participating. I'm in it for the long haul, longevity. So I'm about accumulation at all levels, right? I'm about accumulation at all levels. I have my number in my head where I could retire, my family and just live off the prosperity of the token. So I have my strategy. Do you? Do you have your numbers, or are you just looking for a quick fix? And if you are, that's cool. I mean, but I'm just saying, I know the power of acquiring these tokens at, under $1, right? Acquiring these tokens for under $1 and then just holding on for the next 10 years, right? And being free. You see what I'm saying? So, definitely I can't wait for the staking. The staking is where I definitely see the price point or the coin elevating when they get that staking online. But I'm not waiting for the staking to continue to accumulate. I'm gonna accumulate as much as possible so that I could be ready for the staking. So whatever I have, I could just move over to the staking and do that, and then let that build. Right? So I'll have the automatic wallets. So you got the automatic wallets working for you, and then you got your staking working for you. You see what I'm saying? In terms of accumulating or generating more tokens, right? And yeah. So I definitely foresee more people coming in to the to the project when the staking comes online. Definitely when the staking comes online, because right now it's all about a return, right? Everybody wants yield. Nobody just wants to hold on to things anymore. They want yield. People want yield. You see? So the price point of the token is not going to stay low that long. With regards to the 800,000 tokens being burned 11 days ago. All right. So yeah. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. And that's all for now. Stay tuned. And hey, Catch you guys on the next one. What's up? Peace.